start the day doing a little bit of couples weeding.
Is this like a contest?
Well, I'm faster.
Oh, he is. He's faster at weeding. I'm better at harvesting. So.
Yeah, Jen's like the harvest ninja. She's the fastest harvester this side of the Mississippi.
I am.
I guess we're west of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some weeding. When
we weed, we actually toss the weeds out to the side, and the secret to getting rid of them is the weed shuffle. We literally just run our foot down the side of the row and shuffle all the weeds together, cleaning them out until we get a big pile, and then we take them out and dump them at the bottom of the row. And then I end up just coming in with a mower and mowing them in.
I bet you the chickens would like to eat them though.
Oh yeah, we should probably just put them in a wheelbarrow at the bottom. Either that, or we actually do have a brush too, and we'll brush the rows out, but we're in a hurry. This is the quickest way to just get them out of here. Typically we can come in and just literally run our finger around on the inside of this hole, and it usually gets all the weeds out and moves the soil around a little bit, but it's so hard and so saturated yet so hot from all the heat that it is literally hard to do that process. A little bit different this year. I think I was coming in and pinching. You can see these are starting to bloom. They're only about 6 inches tall, so I'm just snapping off those blooms and pinching the blooms so that it'll promote branching and have these lizzies be a lot taller for the bloom. A couple things we were doing in here as we were weeding.
The last 2 days it's been very hot, and today is a lot cooler than yesterday. We had a system come through, storm front come through, and made it a lot more tolerable. It feels really good compared to yesterday, so we're getting a lot of weeding done. So here's a great example of, this is our salvia that we're growing, our annual salvia. There's a weed that likes to disguise itself. It looks just like the salvia, so it can be kind of tough to weed, but this is the weed.
Oh, here's another one right here.
Oh, Jen has another one right there.
This is amaranth right here. Amaranth growing with salvia. You can see how similar it looks. So this was missed, but we need to pull that. Yeah. Crazy.
I bet you the chickens will love that.
Oh yeah.
Hannah, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. It's beautiful outside. The heat hasn't totally set in yet.
I know. So it's going to be a much nicer day, which is absolutely amazing.
It's funny to say that, and it's still estimated to be a high of like 85.
I know, yeah.
Like, oh, beautiful.
85 is going to be beautiful. Hey, it's amazing how 85 feels a whole lot different than 98 or 97, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was pretty thick yesterday.
That was lame.
Yeah, but y'all are good about getting us out of the heat when we need to be. But I'm just enjoying the sounds this morning. It seems like the birds are always louder after it rains overnight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Worms!
Worms!
There's food everywhere!
Yeah, actually these two have been weeded, and they look nice and tidy. Actually, I think these have already been weeded, right? And they're just keep on growing.
I'm suspecting that maybe the roots did not get pulled on some of those grasses.
And that happens a lot. But well, yeah, you can see all the dead weeds in the row. So it has been weeded. Just
yep. Not that great.
Kept on growing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they were hard, and whenever weeds are hard to pull out, people end up just like clipping them off, leaving the roots in. But this is what happens. This is the impact.
You know, at least topping them gives the flower, you can see how much bigger the flowers are than the weeds. So it at least gets them ahead of the weeds, which is really nice.
Someone was asking how we come and pinch all of our zinnias in mass like this, and it is literally as we're going through and doing the weeding process, or as we just come down the row here, we'll come and do a little pinch. Specifically the little zinnias that are starting to bloom, those are the ones that we see. I see a pink bloom over there. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to end up cutting that bloom off so that it promotes branching through the pinching process. But There is really no good way to do it. I'm sure you could take a little, maybe a weed cutter or something and do it like that, or a hedge trimmer.
I tried that in a wildflower field, and I didn't find it to be very successful.
Right. We usually just come up plant by plant and we cut the top off with a pair of snips, or I literally pinch it as I'm going through and doing my weeding. That's how we do it.
This is our resident supervisor, making sure everything's on the up and up around here. Now I'm gonna go get the little tiller back on the tractor. Y'all know we got a new tiller, which I will be doing a video about. I'm working on it. It turns out that that little tiller that I have been bad-mouthing is gonna still come in handy. It's just a little bit smaller, and it's gonna be nice for getting in between fabric rows when we're replanting beds. So I'm gonna go get that on. But first, got a handful of our weeds. Gonna treat the chickens, see how they enjoy some of these weeds we've been doing. And the weeds are a hit. Back here getting tiller switch, but I wanted to point out that got little bachelor's buttons just popping up everywhere around the farm, which is pretty darn cool. I think the seeds are probably pretty light, that once they go to seed, and we will let the wildflower fields go to seed, that it looks like they blow around quite a bit. Such a pleasure to see little pops of blue just poking up around the farm. Now, let me get these tillers switched. And like I was saying, this tiny tiller is not tiny, but it is, the width is a little bit smaller than the new one. And I was planning on selling this, but we realized, I mean, this tiller does just fine with soil that's already prepared. So getting in between rows, if you've seen our video about planting in fabric mid-season, we'll pull a row of fabric up that's finished while fabric on both sides might have something growing. This tiller fits in between the row just perfectly, so it doesn't disrupt or disturb the fabric or grab the fabric in the adjacent rows. And like I've mentioned before, our rows are designed around the width of our tractor, and so I think I'll keep it. I was planning on selling it, but it looks like it's a keeper. I have beat the heck out of it. It's dented and beat up. I have definitely put it through the ringer, but it still has its use. I'm going to keep it. We got the old tiller back on, and I'm ready to go down this row. You can see that it is pretty hairy with weeds, so we're going to get this tilled up and get fabric down so we can get some stuff planted in it. But you can see the tractor just perfectly fits in between rows that are already prepped in fabric. Give y'all an update on our little Zinnia wildflower patch. I got them wheel hoed once, so it's really done a great job of keeping the weeds down. But here's a great example of what fresh wood chips do to soil. So you can see on this end, they're nice and healthy and happy. And as we kind of get to the middle here, this is where we put a lot of mulch to do some repair after the tornado. I just kind of tilled it in, just getting it incorporated. And you can see that the zinnias are a lot smaller, color isn't as bright. So that just kind of shows that wood chips, they don't rob nitrogen from the soil, but they hide the nitrogen and nutrients up for their decomposition process, which is okay. I kind of figured it was going to do this. I'm not really bothered by it. I'm going to get our fertilizer injector out and put a little fertilizer on these. I haven't done any fertilization to this little section anyway. So once I get a little bit of worm tea, I don't know, I haven't decided, fish emulsion, I'm gonna put something in the fertilizer injector, get them on this, and they'll pop up and be a lot happier. What are you planting there, hon?
I am planting Black Knight Scabiosa, and specifically this will be for fall bouquets because it has a beautiful burgundy color. And Hannah and I were actually just talking about not only will it be good in bouquets, but it'll be a great dried flower as well.
The world is ending. Jen has an acetylene torch in her hand.
I'm so scared right now. I was afraid to blow myself up, but this is my second row that I'm doing myself.
She already did a row without asking for help.
I know she did. That's why I'm here.
Oh,
I asked
yes.
for Austin, and then Austin said, we should call Adam. And I said, not on your life.
Momentary.
And I fired it up and I started.
And you nailed it.
Yeah, sorry. I don't want to call you.
Oh, apparently I'm being crabby today.
Adam's being crabby today, so no phone calls. He's on the list. He has a lot of making up to do. To all of us.
It's a new heat. It's that heat coming through.
We need some treats.
Yeah.
Some treats.
What?
I don't know.
Ice cream?
Frosting.
Some of those donuts. Highland Bakery. Metaphors. Whoa. I gotta slow my roll here.
Meanwhile, Jen's trying to weld.
Woo!
She almost burned Austin's hat off.
Austin was like, I need protective ear equipment.
Well, when you first turned it on, I was
Yeah.
like, I can't be near that jet engine. Are you kidding me?
I killed it. I killed it. I was trying to set such a good example. Hi again.
Ooh.
So scary. Okay, it's okay, guys.
Boom.
Oh, shut up.
So
yeah.
someone was asking in our Slosha video what there's the silver stuff on our template, and it is aluminum tape, like HVAC aluminum tape. So this, you see a lot of people with their fancy burning templates. This is our original template. It's about 10 years old now, and it's made of cardboard with metal tape protecting each hole, and it's lasted this long. So this is just proof that you don't need like a super fancy template. This, I think, was a refrigerator box that was exactly 4 feet wide, so it fits perfectly between the lines on the fabric. So it worked as a perfect template burner.
Farming guerrilla warfare style.
Yeah.
Well, Adam left the template out in the rain, and so the cardboard's falling apart. And that's causing the boot stomping moments.
The boot stomp.
Right?
Yeah, it's my fault. That's for sure.
Most things are. Adam's supposed to be bragging about the work I did to plant these pumpkins here.
Yeah, that's why I stopped here. I wanted to show everybody your pumpkin patch that you put in.
Take it away. Tell me.
Well,
Let's hear what you got to say.
Jen put in a pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
And well, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing the great pumpkin this year, but we'll see.
The pumpkin patch is really exciting. Most of these are white varieties of pumpkins, and we always kind of white and black is kind of our brand. And every year we always need lots and lots of white pumpkins. So this year I actually scored seed, I started seed, and now we have just a massive amount of pumpkins getting ready to go. Adam tilled everything up here to prep it for us. And then Hannah, Austin and I planted these yesterday. And we were like, they're supposed to be planted 24 inches apart, and like 12's good enough.
It's good. Cram them in, because I'm sure there'll be some ones that don't survive.
Yeah, I guess Hannah was asking, will they interfere with the celosia that we're putting in that row? I'm like, they will, but we'll just keep pushing them in.
We'll drag them back.
Yeah, we'll drag them back into where they're supposed to be, but this is going to be a crazy pumpkin hot mess in here. Like, there's going to be just pumpkin vines everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm here for it.
One thing I wanted to actually show is our sweet corn. It's well past knee-high by the 4th of July. I'm looking forward to actually having some corn this year. Crossing our fingers that we can have some sweet corn. It will be the first ever sweet corn that has grown and survived on this farm. Woohoo! Wish it luck.
He's loving getting some attention from me. He's been with us all day as we've been doing our planting. Hannah and Austin got the rows all hand watered in, so we're in good shape. They asked me if I wanted the little seedlings taken back up to the propagation house, but I said no because I still have hopes that later this evening I'm gonna get the rest of them planted. Can I do it? Do you believe in me, hon?
Sure, yeah, you're a ninja planter, so.
Things were not looking so hot over there. It just needed a little TLC, but I feel like it was a catch-up day. Like we really, by taking the time to do the weeding today, we got caught up. I guess Hannah and I started talking about some product things. We're doing some new product. She's exploring and doing some research and development.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
She has some ideas about even packaging, so that's really fun for me. I'm like, yes, I love this. Bring me more ideas because it's easier just to make things happen that way. But yeah, she gave me, I didn't tell you this, she gave me those ideas and we're going to start working on that. So it'll be part of our discussion for tomorrow. Every Thursday we have a business strategy meeting with our farm managers. We sit down and talk about all of our farm strategy, things that are a priority for us, things that we just need to discuss overall between us, you know, to hammer out things that are going well, not going well, all those things. And then, you know, kind of more futuristic ideas of, you know, the direction, the overall direction of the farm. Those sessions are incredible.
They are, yeah, we really get a lot out of them. It's very valuable.
Yeah, I highly recommend if you have a team of people, gather them in and take the time. It's hard because there's always something to be done.
Yep.
Take that hour or so, sit down and, you know, hash it out and discuss and make it an open forum.
But I think it's about time for me to make myself feel better today with a cream soda Dr. Pepper.
Ew, too much sugar. I think he has a problem. He was sitting in his easy chair last night and there's like 3 empty cans or 4. I was like, oh, that's not good. That's a lot of sugar.
I know, I need to fix our ice machine. I can only drink ice cold water. Everybody else I know can only drink it like tepid. I can only drink it ice cold.
I don't like ice at all. So yeah, different. But we got ice. So you have it. It's out in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
I think that's his treat at the end of the day. It's good to have something to look forward to though.
But actually, before I do that, I have to fill that tank up and go do a little bit of watering with the lavender and call it good for the evening.
Yeah, maybe you can come back with me. We keep having to make trips to Des Moines for different business reasons, so you can come back with me to Des Moines maybe and
buy you an ice cream.
Or dinner.
Oh,
I'll go for that.
Sushi sounds pretty good.
Oh, okay. Sounds like something you want to do. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If y'all did like today's video, please like and subscribe and comment below.
And as always, thanks for joining and happy growing. That's Jen's line. See you next time.